Hello, welcome to episode 2 of Fire and Air. Thanks for joining us again. We're so hyped to be here right now. Oh my god. Right, anyway. I'm here to introduce you to the one and only Miss Khush Uma.
Hello.
And myself, of course, Uma. Oh. It's like I've got a parade ready for me.
Uma.
And I'm just talking in the middle like,
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, today's episode is going to be about astrology. You know what? Some of you guys roast the out of freaking astrology. And I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. And even if for some reason you're not wrong, which you are wrong, I'm here to tell you it can help you anyway. So why are you fighting it so hard? Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You've got some complex going on that's causing you to fight this, and you need to just stop.
Look into that. Get therapy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this episode, we're not going to try and give you, we're not going to try and teach you astrology, but we're going to just try and help you understand the
usefulness of it.
How you can use it to help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. More theoretical rather than technical.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of imagining and visualization that I would like all to take part in if you can. But
Get comfortable, lie down, turn your lights off, everyone relax.
On the technical side of it, just to give you all, just in case you don't actually know much about astrology, or maybe you've not thought of it like this, or whatever, I just felt like maybe a bit of a visualization practice will help you understand how your birth chart is actually calculated.
Oh, I love this.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the exercise.
Really? Okay.
Well. My eyes are closed, guys. I hope you're doing the same.
So, I want you to imagine what society looks like on the day you was born, what the hospital looked like if you was born in hospital, wherever you was born, what that kind of looked like if you were conscious, if you were there, observing the whole thing, okay? And then I want you to zoom out of that and think about the city that you're born in, okay? Now zoom out again, the country. And at the moment you are born, the timing, everything is standing still. And when we zoom out again, we can see planet Earth stood still. We zoom out again, we can see the solar system is stood still. And now I want you to imagine an invisible line that's cutting through all of the planets, the sun, the moon, with the location that you was born in at this time that you was born. Every single planet is in its own rotation, it's in its own constellation, and with that creates your birth chart, because each planet is in its own constellation. I'll tell you my big 3 whilst we're here. At them moments, my sun sign was in Libra, and my moon sign is in Pisces, and my rising is in Virgo.
Alright, so my big 3 are: my sun is in Leo, summer babies. My moon is in Scorpio, a bit of danger there. And my rising...
Just a bit.
And my rising is in Pisces. So we got a double Pisces energy with you guys today. It's a lot.
It's a lot. But yeah, so just so people understand what the sun, moon, rising represents really quickly. So the sun is basically your ego. It's your surface level of personality. It's what people will get to know in the first few weeks-ish, months-ish, depending on how boundaried you are.
Yeah, it's literally how you view yourself, surface level, how you present yourself, your personality, your external personality, how people seem to view you when they get to know you.
Yeah. Whereas your rising is more first impressions, what you're giving off on the first time you're ever meeting someone.
Your social personality.
Right. Yeah. So it's just if someone was to pick up on a few attributes on the first time meeting you. What are they going to pick up on? And then your moon, which is for me the most exciting thing.
Yeah, the moon sign I feel is like it says the most about someone.
Which is interesting because I feel like, you know, the whole argument of, oh, the moon governs the tides at night. How does it not govern us, seeing as we're 70% water? 70% water?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
70% water. Of course it governs us. And
exactly.
It's just mad to think that, for me, really, the moon sign is the most pinnacle point in anyone's chart. But the moon sign represents your inner emotions, how you're reacting to emotional situations, how you relate to others and the universe, and just how you are kind of grounded in this realm. I think that's what the moon represents. And like I said, you get a constellation for every single planet, and they all represent different things. Not going to go into that in this podcast because we would honestly be here forever.
Just one more thing on the moon sign. Like how I always describe the moon sign to people is who you are when the light's turned off. Like, it's the side of you that you're probably, like, you might be disconnected from yourself, like, you know, but it's the side of you that's kind of so, like, the deep side of you that you might be connected to, you might not be connected to. Those closest to you are the people that will understand your moon sign. Like, someone you just meet, it's hard to get a clear picture on their moon sign because it's literally how you conduct your deep emotion.
100%. It's an important thing to know and remember going into this is that the alignment of your constellations of the planets, it's setting a blueprint. It's not saying you're gonna be like this, you're gonna have this trait, and this interaction is real. Like, it's no 10 commandments. It's not a rule.
It's not setting things in stone.
No, it's just the blueprint. And they say that you're more likely to show your inherent signs when you're in childhood, when you're a baby.
Really?
Yeah, because you've got less life experience, you've got less trauma. Like,
yeah, actually, that's actually so interesting, you know, because obviously everyone says, and I really, really believe this, that children are the closest to spirits. Like, you're closest to energy, spirit, spirituality, subconsciously when you're a child, because you don't have all the societal barriers conditioned into your brain at that point. You know, you're a lot more accidentally open-minded. So I think it makes sense that
accidentally,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
You just fall upon it.
Like, I think that would make sense that you are more in touch with, like, your true essence, which is the blueprint of your star signs at that age.
And I think that's a big thing in the stigma. I think that's what's included with this stigma of astrology, because I think it is seen as a naivety to believe that this mystical thing is real and, oh, we're governed by the planets. Like, that's why. But really, you know, there's beauty in that, and just getting away from definitions and what society is feeding us in labels and our life experiences, and just looking at the core can be so powerful. And if that doesn't already convince you why girls are so freaking obsessed, then I don't know, but continue listening.
Actually, more on, like, so talking more on the other side, like on the stigma, there is such a stigma against astrology, and I think a lot of it is to do with, like you said, like, it's like, oh, how can our lives be dictated by the planets? And I think that kind of logical reasoning comes directly from the fact that people see such a disconnect from themselves and from other living and non-living things in the universe. You know what I mean? Like, someone that believes that there's no way the planets can have an effect on who we are as people means that they see the planets and us as such separate entities. When in reality, like, to be able to believe in astrology, you need to be able to see yourselves connected to these planets. So it just comes from a disconnection. And I think also another thing on stigma as well is that it doesn't help that in this day and age, like, something so authentic and something so rooted in culture actually has been transformed into this kind of Western pop culture thing where you get, like, your daily horoscopes in your magazine. Like, every single Leo in the world is going to find their soulmate on the 3rd of December 2004. Do you know what I mean?
Ridiculous.
Like, obviously, like we're not saying like, I always say to people, like, I believe in the concept of astrology, but I don't believe in daily horoscopes. You know, that's taking something so raw, making it into something exciting to try and materialize it, make it into a pop culture that's I don't feel is real.
I don't think
that's making
real.
Money out. That's making a business out of something raw.
Because that's what's portrayed in the media so much.
Uh-huh.
That's what we see on the surface level, because that's what we fed without us even going out to look for it.
And that creates that stigma.
And that's what creates a stigma. So
actually, so I'm sure everyone that's kind of into astrology knows about the app CoStar. It's an app that
oh my god,
it got really, really big, I think about a year ago, and it like, you know, breaks down your birth chart for you, gives you daily horoscopes. And
this app is actually dumb. It was actually dumb. No, I had it for a few weeks, but no, I had to delete because I was just thinking, I would be at random times, stupid notifications would come up, and half the time actually I'd be looking into it and I'd be thinking, I don't even know what this means. Is this English? It was in like old poetry.
It tries to be so deep and so philosophical, so Shakespeare, doesn't it? But yeah, so like this friend, so like basically in summary, her co-star actually bullied her, and then we googled it and we were like, is this a thing? Because it was getting a lot. Like it literally used to send her really, really horrible horoscopes every day. And this articles online, I think it was all over Twitter, like co-star actually bullies people. Like it's so rude.
To be fair, I saw the same thing on Twitter that's like co-star bullies me.
No, for real. But like I've seen
Give
it,
us
like,
an example.
Like co-stars bullied me, yeah, but like the way the co-stars bullied my friend is actually unreal. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys a few examples of co-star being an absolute dick to my friend. Right. Number 1, you deserve to feel that special something. Wear your heart on your sleeve. Set your sleeve on fire.
What the fuck?
Number 2, you were born and you're still here. Kill yourself. Okay, I didn't say kill yourself, but that is essentially the interpretation.
It's like you were born and you're still here. What have you done in between? Like nothing.
Number 3, don't be so hard on yourself. Other people will do that job for you.
Basically, everyone's going to be a bitch to you this week. That's what they just said.
It's basically saying, everyone hates you. Kill yourself. Burn yourself.
Only until I was in around, I think, second year of uni, first year of uni, and my friend was telling me about it, and I was like, oh mad, like I didn't realize you had signs for all these different planets, and you know, like they all represent different things. Like that explains why you can resonate with different signs as well. And I was just like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna look into this a bit more. And then on my research, I basically decided, you know what, if this is real, that means that compatibility has to be somewhat real as well, right? So I was like, I'm going to look at my friendships that I've had throughout my whole of my lifetime.
Yeah.
Imagine. I went on some stalking shit.
You must have been sat there on your computer for hours.
Maybe. And from my first ever best friend to that moment, I looked into every single person I was close with. And obviously that's not that many people. And every single one, so I'm a Pisces moon, like I've said, and that's water moon. Every single one had a water moon as well.
That's insane.
Every single one was a Cancer moon, was a Scorpio moon. My husband will be Pisces moon.
You don't want them.
Husband, come to me.
You don't want them.
And yeah, that just blew my mind, and I was like, okay, like that was just evidence for me.
It's like, this is too coincidental for it not to be like, for there not to be some fact to this, right?
Exactly. I was like, okay, fine, like I'm gonna take this seriously now. And from that moment, I really did, and it actually opened my eyes so much. This is where I realized self-hate was real.
Oh my
because
god. Oh yeah.
As a child, growing up, even teenage years, I used to think, Pisces, man, like I hate you guys. I used to think you're so emotional, you cry over nothing.
They have such a bad rep.
They do.
Yeah.
And I used to think you're in your dreams all the time. Like literally February Pisces babies, I used to think, bloody hell, you're hard work. Like that's literally what I used to think. And then as soon as I used to look into my Pisces energy a lot more, I was like, yeah, okay, I am exactly like Pisces is sign that resonates with me the most. I've got a tattoo of it now.
Oh my god, literally, I have a tattoo of my Leo sign as well. And then, you know, when it was like how NASA has changed all the signs and everyone's signs have changed,
stupid.
and it was like, I'm now a Cancer, and I was like, what the hell am I going to do with this tattoo on my bloody arm?
You believed them?
I didn't believe them. No way. I didn't believe.
God.
But also for a sec, like obviously when like you read it, I was like, wait, what is going on? Like, I am not a Cancer. And I was like, am I going to have to change my Leo tattoo to a flower?
They tried to say I was a Virgo. I was like, just the rising, hun. The rising.
But actually, that's so interesting that you say that you actually hated Pisces and then found out that you were a Pisces moon, because I have a really funny story about that.
Go on.
So one of my best friends, so she's always cussed Geminis out, like literally since I've known her.
Geminis are the worst.
All my friends are Geminis, so I'm going to back my friend. You think what you want to think.
Maybe I'll change my mind over time, but I doubt.
My friends are going to listen to our podcast after this.
I love you guys.
Guys, she's just joking.
I'm joking. Listen to our podcast.
But yeah, no, like big, really attract Geminis. But yeah, anyway, so she's always said from the start, she's like, I just hate Geminis. And then I was like, okay, let's work out your moon sign. And she was a Gemini moon. She literally had an existential crisis.
That was me looking at my Pisces moon. I was stressed. I was like, what? What? I don't cry that much. But I do cry.
She does. She cried 2 days ago.
Yesterday. But tell me about your journey into it. Like, was it as like freaking stupid as mine?
Yeah, no, it wasn't actually. My cousin, so she's like really into astrology and everything, and she was like, oh, let me work out your moon sign. And she's like, oh, you're a Scorpio moon. And she was really surprised. She was like, she didn't expect it. She was like, I really didn't expect that. And I was like, oh, what does that mean? And then I watched this YouTube video. It's like a 10-minute YouTube video that literally describes, that explains the interaction between your sun sign and your moon sign. And when I watched it, like my eyes literally opened. I was like,
really?
I was like, oh my god, I could not relate to anything more. Like, this is literally me.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like, after that, I just got really, really into it. And I just started, like, researching more. Honestly, like, when I watched Leo times Scorpio, I was like, whoa, that is literally me. And I think that really sparked my journey, because it described a lot of things about my dark side, my shadow self, that I guess, like, I've never really looked at it from that perspective. But then I finally saw a reason for it. Like, it gave me a reason, like, oh, I'm the way I am because, like, this, like, my star sign contributes to who I am. And it kind of gave me a validation for my dark side, because Scorpios have a dark side. Like, we're ruthless, man. Like, and we're highly emotional, and we can be very manipulative. Like, it's a very dangerous sign to deal with if you don't have it in control. And I feel like, obviously, when I was younger, I didn't have it in control, so I used to throw these literally these emotional fits. Like, I used to have these like emotional outbursts all the time. And like when I realized that, oh my god, like, it's my star sign, I kind of just gave it that like self-validation, like, you know,
which helped you accept
me accept it, and then helped me look into it as well. And it also really outlined some of my assets and my personality as well. Like, it explained why people open up to me so easily. It explained how I can just how I can literally penetrate someone's mind. Like, I can just understand people like this, like emotionally. And I was like, it just really gave me like everything I already knew about myself, but it gave me a reason behind it. And I think because I love self-validation, and it gave me that self-validation, and that's what really sparked my journey into astrology.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So with that, I just think it helped you, and it helped me as well, just take a really observer view of like how I actually act. Yeah. It helps me just step away from my behaviors and just be like, okay, I do this. And for example, when I was younger, I had mad I still do, but like more so when I was younger, I have mad intrinsic like gut instincts. Like they would become real. That is Pisces.
That is Pisces, honestly.
Like I can still do it to an extent. I just don't trust myself as much anymore. But when I was younger, I could meet someone in the first 30 seconds. I will know whether we're going to be best friends, whether we're not going to be friends, whether we're going to argue, whether it's going to be a love interest, like something. Like I knew what was going to happen straight away. And I've always been like, yeah, I can do this, and like I can pick up on your energy and blah blah blah. I've always been like badass about it, but I never thought
Bitch,
like
I'm psychic. Sit back down.
that was me. That was actually me. But I never realized like what was that, because I did think about it, like what was it, but obviously I was so young, I didn't really question it too much. But yeah, as soon as I've started reading this more about Pisces energy, and I was like, whoa. And actually it's been really motivating to tap into it more, to really understand that side of me more. And I think recently as well, with the life of my events and things that have happened, the reason why I've gone into spirituality even more so in the past however many months is because I know that is my grounding. That is like what feels natural to me. It's always been so connected to me, to have that spiritual side, to kind of connect in that way, and to understand these other concepts that we'll hopefully be talking about more in this podcast as it goes through. But the last few months, it's just made me like, I don't know, rocket into it basically, because I've realised that, you know, it is inside me to have that, so why not tap into it more and more? So yeah, and
it just kind of gives you a guide of who you are, and it really just helps you find yourself. I think understanding who you are and accepting who you are is key. Like that's what we're all trying to do in life at the end of the day. And I think astrology just really helps you do that, because it gives us labels, and as humans we just love labels, don't we? Like we just, like, our ego just wants to identify to things, but even, to labels.
Even taking away from that labeling that you're talking about, you're right, the ego loves labels, we love to know. Astrology has really given me a language to understand it in a way that's like, I can express this to you now, because I've read so much, because I've watched so many YouTube videos that's explaining it in such a coherent way.
It's like a really easy way to explain who you are.
As a psychologist would say, we're nothing without language. We honestly are. We're nothing without being able to express what is going on. If we don't have the language to understand how tools are working, how this neuron is firing with this neuron, how, without having the language to express that, we're never going to really understand the process. And I think in a mindful way, that's what astrology gives people, and
a language to understand each other, a language to understand themselves. And that's so important. That's the language we all need.
We do. Like, it's not something to be undermined, like, at all. With that, it's, if you're listening and you're still not convinced, fair. Whatever. I'm not going to invalidate your existence right now, because that's not me.
Even though she did at the start.
But if you're still, like, not into it, whatever, that's up to you. But look at it in a way that can just help you just think about things on a more outside perspective. Look at it in a way that's just going to guide you in an unrational way. Like, see if you read something, you're like, nah, I don't agree with that. Think about why you don't agree with that. Think about what behaviours you do that is actually opposite to that. And think about if you're happy with them behaviours. Like, you know, if you actually want to make progression with your own personal development, even looking at things that you don't agree with is so helpful.
Exactly. And it can really show you how much potential you have that you might not even know that you have. Like, for example, like when I found out my moon was in Scorpio, like, Scorpio is such a powerful sign. It actually made me realize how, and Leo is such a powerful sign, it made me realize how much power I have in me, like how much potential, spiritual potential, psychic potential, emotional potential there is within me. And I really tapped into that and became like more, my personality engineered more towards that way. So let's say even astrology, let's say it's not real. Like, what harm can be done by using it to grow?
Exactly.
You know?
What harm?
No, nothing to lose at all, apart from maybe being called a pussy by your boys.
Get rid of them. If they're your friends, get rid of them. No, but I think on that as well, my interaction of Libra and Pisces, I really accepted that. I just think love. Oh my god, how much do I scream that now? I'm just like, yeah, this is my problem. Like, I'm in an AA meeting, I'm like, hi, I'm Uma and I love love.
Hi, my name is Uma Deb and I'm addicted to love.
That's literally me. Guys, I have a problem. Like, Libra's a really romantic energy. It's really bit codependent
Mm-hmm.
energy, and Pisces is just dream imaginative. So imagine, like, my surface level is already like, this guy's hot. Okay, yeah, we work on
we
this
can
level.
Have beautiful kids. We'll have beautiful kids.
We have beautiful kids. Oh my god, what was that thing that I did the other day? That was like, I don't like this guy. Our kids will be so cute. And you were like, I'm going to bed now.
Oh my god, that really.
But that's it. Never goes further than just my crazy little thought or my crazy little dream. Because knowing all of that about me on a detached level, it helps me see, actually, they're just my thoughts and I'm just crazy. But actually inside me, like, I have, you know, my rationale. That isn't what is
like
true.
You don't deep it, like, oh my god, like, am I actually like the psycho? Like, am I actually the obsessed? Like, no, you don't deep it in that regard. You just literally see it as, okay, these are just my crazy thoughts because I'm a Libra and Pisces combo.
Tell me, baby Khush Boo, how astrology has helped you navigate your love life a bit more. Or if, let me not presume
that it has.
Tell me if it has.
I wouldn't say it's really influenced my life that much because I think I got into astrology quite late and I didn't really have like many relationships after that. But in terms of dating, guys that I've dated, I've always calculated their moon sign, whether that's in front of them or secretly. And I think because obviously like when you're in the dating stage, you don't really know them that well. So I feel like how it's helped me with my love life, my dating life, is that I've gotten quite a clear picture on who they are before I even know them. So I kind of know what to expect in a way. Like obviously like we said, it's only a blueprint. It's not fact. Like it's not like set in stone concrete like this is who they're going to be, but it gives you like quite a good heads up. And I think in terms of people I've been serious about, like really helped me understand why their personality is like their personality. That's what I'd say.
It's helped you look out for signs a bit more, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's helped me like it's prepared me for current and future red flags. I mean, whether that stopped me from continuing is a different story, but it definitely prepared me for them. But yeah,
on that, I need to just repeat the funny story that happened with me and Khush. So imagine, she starts dating this guy and she's so excited to just see him again. She liked his energy, like she thought they vibed. And I was like, oh my god, have you checked his moon sign? And she was like, oh no, like I've not done it yet, let's do it. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do it on my phone now. And I checked it, and before I showed Khush, I started screaming. I was like, you're not going to be happy, you're not going to be happy.
Because it's a sign I literally cuss the most. Yeah. Like, we're not going to say what it is, or should we say
No, let's say it. What do you mean?
Yeah, why are we being... I thought you were the PC one, not me.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
what's going on? Don't turn the tables now.
Okay, go.
So I showed it Khush and she was like, Taurus moon! What? And she started having a panic attack. And at that moment, I knew I just destroyed a potential relationship.
I mean, I did continue after all, but I think it definitely changed everything.
No, but recently I've been finding Taurus moons a lot more grounding than I normally do. But I don't, on a friendship level, like, I don't know, I've dated one Taurus moon before. It did not go far. But yeah. But
no, actually, like, on that, like, I only have a bad impression on Tauruses because of my friend who has a really bad experience with Taurus, so I'm just biased. Like, I actually don't know that much about Tauruses. I have a really good friend, she's a Taurus, and I love her to bits, so...
so really, she loves you guys.
All the Tauruses listening to this, please stop crying now, put your tissues away.
Tissues away, we love you.
We love you.
I just said you're grounding me. Yeah, but I think... but just to conclude, just to round things off, really, I feel like we've spoke so much about this. You can tell how excited we are about astrology. Lol. Geeks. But I think, just to conclude, for me, astrology has opened my eyes to the bigger connections with the universe. It's been very much the start of the snowball effect of looking into everything spiritual, everything connecting to one, everything to do with the universe. it was unintentionally my first step into all of this. And yeah, as a whole picture, it's done mad things for me. It's been quite
catalyzed your spiritual journey.
Yeah, which has just been magic, basically. So far, it's just helped me accept a lot, and it's helped me dive into a lot, and it's helped me even things like, I don't know, like Pisces are known to be arty and creative and like musical and things like that, and it's like, more I've looked into it, more I dive into them parts, it's like, whoa, actually, I don't know. I think with things like that, I've lacked a lot of confidence in growing up. And as I'm more getting into it, the more I'm actually feeling a natural rhythm with it all. And it's just making me feel so much more fulfilled. And just that bigger picture, whether it's real or not, I'm not even asked. Like, if someone says to me, like, you're talking bullshit, you need to stop. Like, it doesn't faze me, because I just think, even if it is bullshit, it's helped me so much that who are you to say, like, I should stop thinking about it then? Do you know what I mean? And easily looking into it yourself can do the same thing. It's just looking at it in a different perspective to being so close-minded and into this stigma of it.
No, exactly. No, that's so true. I'd say, like, for me too, that's been the biggest thing for me as well. I think astrology was kind of the beginning of my spiritual journey as well. And like I said before, it just comes, like, not believing in astrology just comes from disconnectedness with the rest of the universe. Believing in it gives you that connectedness to the rest of the universe. It kind of gave me that sense of grounding, that we are all one from the same source. And it also really made me believe in coincidences and the meaning behind coincidences, and just kind of seeing like a meaning behind everything. And also, I also give this analogy to all the skeptics out there. So, you know, the whole transition from a sperm and an egg cell merging together.
Where is this going?
Listen, guys, listen. The whole concept of literally one sperm cell and one egg cell coming together to form a whole ass human being with limbs, with neural connections, with all these like intricate parts of us. Like, if that isn't magical, like, I don't know what is. But because we can scientifically, physiologically explain that, it takes the magic away from it. But we believe that works. Like, if we didn't know the science behind that, we'd be like, no way does a human just form from these two cells just coming together. Like, that's impossible. That's so bizarre. But because we have a scientific background to that, we believe it, but it takes the magic out of it. And so I always say, well, how is that magic any less or any more than the magic of the planets having any more than the magic of the planets having an influence on who we are? Like, that's magical, but because we can't scientifically prove that, we can't, you know, give hardcore evidence for that, then that makes it unbelievable. But it's like this, like, things we see, science is just as magical, but the magic gets taken away because it's science.
That analogy begs the question of consciousness, which I think we'll go into deeper in a different episode, but it begs the question of, okay, we have all these scientific, you know, explanations of how cells work, of how it replenishes, blah, blah, that keeps us alive. But what's keeping that all running? We know it's not the heartbeat. We know that's a tool, but it's the consciousness that's doing all of that. And still, scientifically, we can't explain the consciousness properly.
And that's why not many people believe in it or
exactly.
really deep it that much. But
exactly. But that is the magic that connects us with astrology, with every living being. And
we just have to open our minds. Like, we just have to realize that humans haven't been on Earth for that long, and we don't know everything about everything. We don't know anything really, and we just have to we have to accept that we are clueless, we are ignorant, and that's okay. But we just need to open our mind to the possibilities of things that are out there, that are happening, that we can't prove, abstract concepts that we can't concretely
and
prove.
That's not bad,
and that's okay.
It's not, you don't need the proof of every little thing. Like, let go of that. It's just, anyway.
And trust me, guys, like, once you start looking at the universe and the world from a magical perspective, life is so much more fun.
It is. It's just so much fun, and it just gives you more hope, and it gives you more tingles. Like, okay, this could be happening. This can be happening.
Exactly.
And so on that note, Thanks for listening to us, guys. We had a really good time talking about astrology.
So much fun.
And yeah, we hope you will listen to the next one.
Can't wait.
But yeah, thanks so much. Kush, anything you want to say before we leave?
Yeah, I just hope the Tauruses are still listening right now.
We love you
honest.
guys. We love you
And the Geminis.
And the Geminis, no.
We see you, we hear you, we validate you. We love you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.